Welcome to Bollywood Deep Dive from IndiaReview.com, your daily Bollywood news. Let's get into it. Let's. And we are starting today down south with an absolute storm brewing at the box office, the Thalapathy Vijay storm. It is a Category 5 hurricane of hype. His new political action drama, Jananayagan, is set to release tomorrow, and the advanced ticket sales are just mind-boggling. We're talking about the fourth best pre-sales numbers in Hollywood history already. It's already in the top 5, and it's just getting started. The question on everyone's mind is, can he break into the top 3? And to get into the top 3, he has to challenge some very big names, Rajinikanth and himself. 2 of his own previous films are sitting in those top spots. That is the definition of being in a league of your own, when your biggest competition is your own past success. It's just incredible. What is it about him that creates this level of frenzy every single time? I think it's a combination of his immense charisma, the loyalty of his fan base, and the fact that he consistently picks these projects that aren't just entertainment, but have a strong social or political message. Jananayagan sounds like it's right in that sweet spot. A political action drama starring Thalapathy Vijay? That's not just a film release, it's a cultural event. I can almost feel the energy from here. The theaters are going to be absolutely electric. Absolutely. It's one of those moments where you just have to sit back and admire the sheer star power on display. It's going to be fascinating to watch the numbers roll in over the weekend. From one box office battle to another, this one involving some Bollywood titans and their love for a good sequel, or a good forquel in this case. Yes, Ajay Devgan's Dhamal 4 is making waves with its ticket sales, and the reports are framing it as a direct challenge to Akshay Kumar's sequel empire. I love the way they phrase it. Ajay Devgan strikes 2 Akshay Kumar sequels. Next target, Houseful 5. It sounds like a wrestling promo. It really does, but it speaks to a larger truth about these comedy franchises. They are box office gold. You have Dhamal, Golmaal, Houseful, Welcome. They are reliable audience pullers. And Akshay are the undisputed kings of this domain. It's less of a rivalry and more of them just being the 2 pillars holding up the entire genre. It's fun to see Dhamal 4 doing so well because it proves there's a huge appetite for these big, ensemble cast, leave-your-brain-at-the-door comedies. They are comfort food cinema. You know what you're going to get, the characters are familiar, and you're guaranteed to laugh. In a complicated world, there is something so appealing about that simple promise. And speaking of franchises that just keep on giving, get ready for Bhool Bhulaiya 4. Wait, already? I feel like we were just talking about the 3rd one. We were, but the success has been so phenomenal that producer Bhushan Kumar's team is reportedly already developing the core idea for a 4th installment. And of course, Kartik Aaryan is set to return as Rubaba. I mean, how could he not? That character has become iconic for a whole new generation. It's his signature role at this point. And it seems Anis Bazmi, who directed parts 2 and 3, is the likely choice to direct again. Why change a winning formula? You absolutely don't. It's a testament to how perfectly they captured lightning in a bottle with the 2nd film. They revitalized a beloved franchise, made it their own, and created a character that people genuinely adore. It's the Manjulikaverse. But is there a tiny risk of overkill, or is the demand just so high that it doesn't matter? I think the demand is just that high. As long as they keep the stories fresh and the comedy sharp, people will line up for Rubaba's next adventure. It's smart business, and honestly, good for them. It is. Okay, so we've had some fun with box office numbers and franchises, but we do need to shift gears to a much more serious and complex topic that's been developing. Yes, the ongoing CJP student protests and the conversation around celebrity silence. It's a conversation that has really intensified in the last few days. It came to a head for many when a major Katrina Kaif fan page, one with over 70,000 followers, announced it was shutting down. The reason they cited was their disappointment over her silence on the protests. And that's a really significant move. Fan pages are built on pure adoration. For them to take such a public stand against the person they admire, it shows the depth of feeling on this issue. It's not just random trolling, it's from her own dedicated supporters. It's really snowballed from there. It has reignited this larger, perennial question: what is the responsibility of a public figure, an actor, during times of national importance or social unrest? And we're seeing this play out in different ways. At the FTII, students have been putting up posters on Chairman R. Madhavan's door, mocking his silence, especially given his roles in films like Rang De Basanti and 3 Idiots, which champion speaking up. That's a very pointed and symbolic protest. They're basically saying, the characters you play stand for something. Why don't you? It puts him in a very difficult position.
To get some perspective, an interview with the actor Anayat, who has worked with Ajay Devgan, offered a bit of an insider's view. He mentioned that there's an inherited fear among actors.
And you can understand that. There's the fear of backlash, of losing brand endorsements, of getting your film boycotted, of being politically targeted. The personal and professional risks are very, very real. It's a complex web of commerce, politics, and public pressure.
It is. But Inyat also added that despite this fear, actors must show they care and speak up for the country. So there's no easy answer. It's this constant tension between the platform they have and the peril that comes with using it.
Exactly. And it's not our place to demand any specific person say something, but it is important to understand why the public feels this way. They look up to these stars. They make them who they are. And in moments of crisis, they look to them for a voice, for some sort of moral clarity, or just solidarity.
And when there's silence, it can be interpreted as indifference, which is what seems to be causing the current backlash. It's a tough situation with no simple heroes or villains, just a very complicated industry dynamic.
A very complicated dynamic indeed. Let's lighten the mood, shall we? How about we dive into the archives? A publication has dug up some, let's call them unforgettable Bollywood photo shoots from the 90s.
Oh, I saw this. Bizarre is the word they used, and they were not wrong. It's a treasure trove of glorious 90s fashion and questionable concepts.
Featuring all the big names, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Akshay Kumar. Nobody was spared from the creative choices of that decade.
There's one of Shah Rukh Khan that looks like he's made of molten gold, flexing dramatically. It's art.
It is absolute art. There are so many pictures with strange props, inexplicable poses, shiny fabrics, and just so much hair gel. It's a wonderful, hilarious reminder of a time when photo shoots were a lot more experimental and a lot less curated.
100%. It's not a criticism at all. It's a celebration of a wilder time. And speaking of Shah Rukh Khan, we have a couple of really lovely, more current stories about him.
Oh good, let's balance out the molten gold picture.
Right. First up, the actress Sheetal Menon, who played the lawyer who helps rescue him in My Name is Khan, has reunited with him for an ad shoot after 15 years.
Oh, that's wonderful. I remember her character, Radha. She was fantastic in that role.
She had such warm things to say about him, mentioning how much there is to learn just from watching him up close, even after all this time. It's a lovely little full circle moment.
It is. From co-star to, well, still a co-star, just in a different format. It speaks to his longevity and the respect people in the industry have for him.
And on that note, we have another actor, Raghav Juyal, who is working with Shah Rukh on his upcoming film King. He shared a very relatable story. Let me guess, he was starstruck? Completely. He said he was shooting a scene with him and he just forgot his lines, blanked completely.
Oh, I would too. Can you imagine? You're standing opposite Shah Rukh Khan, he delivers his line, looks at you expectantly, and your brain just goes static.
He described it as a dream-level experience that he couldn't even put into words. It's so charming to hear that even fellow actors who are professionals can get completely overwhelmed by his presence. It's a testament to his aura.
From the bizarre 90s photos to these heartfelt anecdotes, it's a whole journey. What an incredible career.
Truly. Now, let's talk about another long-standing superstar, Akshay Kumar. We have a couple of interesting and slightly critical observations from a veteran actor.
Oh, do tell.
Veteran actor Sudhir Pandey recently recalled working with Akshay on Toilet Ek Prem Katha. He mentioned that for longer sequences, Akshay would use a teleprompter.
Okay, that's an interesting tidbit. How did he frame it? Was it a major criticism?
The headline makes it sound a bit dramatic. Perhaps he has now started to abuse the system. But in context, it felt more like an observation. You can see it two ways, right? On one hand, you think an actor should have their lines memorized.
On the other hand, Akshay Kumar makes about 4 to 5 films a year. The sheer volume of dialogue he must have to memorize is astronomical. Maybe a teleprompter is just a practical tool to keep that incredible pace going.
I think that's a fair point. It's not like he's reading the news. He's still acting, emoting, and performing. It's a tool. And if it helps the production move efficiently, maybe it's not such a big deal.
It's an inside baseball kind of detail. But Sudhir Pandey had another observation that's less about acting technique and more about the culture of stardom.
Yes, he commented on the size of star entourages, saying that the amount of money spent just on bottled water for the team could be enough to fund a small budget film.
Wow, that is a powerful statement. And he added that stars who arrive with an entire envoy look very fake.
It's a critique we hear from time to time from veteran actors. They come from a different era of filmmaking, one that was perhaps a bit more grounded. They see the modern machinery of stardom, the multiple managers, the stylists, the security, the spot boys for the spot boys, and it seems wasteful and inauthentic to them.
And he's not wrong about the cost. It adds a huge amount to a film's budget, this invisible cost of just maintaining a star on set. It's a fascinating clash of old school work ethic and new school celebrity culture.
Absolutely. It makes you think about what's really necessary versus what has just become expected.
A lot to chew on there. Shall we move on to Mr. Perfectionist, Aamir Khan? There's quite a bit happening in his world. Let's.
The big news is that he has reportedly opted out of the Ashneer Grover biopic.
Oh, wow. That project had so much buzz. Aamir Khan playing the controversial startup founder? It sounded like perfect casting.
It did. The reason cited is the classic creative differences. Apparently, he was set to team up with debutante director Rahul Modi, but it didn't work out. Now Rahul Modi and Shraddha Kapoor, who is also attached to the project, are on the hunt for a new leading actor. That is a huge role to fill. Aamir leaves big shoes. It'll be very interesting to see who steps into that. It's such a juicy, complex character to play. It is. Now, on a much more serious and personal note, a very concerning report has emerged. His ex-wife, Eva Grover, has claimed that Aamir's half-brother is in bad condition and struggling financially, even for food. Oh, that's deeply troubling to hear. That's a very serious allegation. It is. And we should be clear, this is a claim being reported, and it's a private family matter. But it's out there in the headlines now, and it's a very sad situation if true. Absolutely. All you can do is hope for the well-being of everyone involved. To end the Aamir Khan segment on a slightly lighter, more administrative note, let's debunk a rumor.
Please do. I love a good rumor debunking.
Reports were flying around that the classic Three Idiots was going to be re-released in theaters on September 4th. Fans were getting very excited.
I can imagine. I'd go see that on the big screen again in a heartbeat.
Well, you'll have to wait. The production house has officially come out and said the reports are false and urged fans to only trust official announcements.
Aw, all is not well. But it's good they clarified. It saves people from showing up at the cinema and being very confused.
Exactly. So a lot going on there, from project changes to very serious personal news to clearing up rumors. A full spectrum. We have a bunch of other really interesting stories. Let's try to get through a few of them rapid fire. What's next? Ramayana fever. Ranbir Kapoor and Yash have left for San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, they're taking it global. That is a massive stage. Fans are hoping for a trailer reveal, which would just break the internet. It's a smart move to position it as a huge international event film from the get-go.
Absolutely. Next, a very cute story. Director Amit Rai compared Pankaj Tripathi's role in the new film Oh My Dog to Hugh Jackman's cameo in a film called The Sheep Detectives.
Okay, that's a very specific and delightful comparison. How did Pankaj Tripathi react?
According to the report, he blushed and just waved it off, saying, "Are chhodiye hataye," which translates to, "Oh, leave it, move on." Classic Pankaj Tripathi humility. So charming.
I love that.
What else? Great news for fans of classic talk shows. Jeena Isi Ka Naam Hai is coming back for a second season.
No way. The one the late Farooq Sheikh hosted so beautifully?
The very same. And the new host for season 2 on Z5 is R. Madhavan. That is perfect casting. He has the warmth, the intelligence, the eloquence. He's the perfect person to carry that legacy forward. I will definitely be watching that. Me too. And we have another lovely full circle story, this time about Vikrant Massey. He reflected on his journey from his early days working in a cafe to now producing a film called Musafir Cafe. You can't write that. From serving coffee to producing a film with cafe in the title. That's a wonderful journey. And didn't he also just win a national award? He did. And he credited his newborn son, Vardhan, for the win, saying that a lot of things have changed for the better since he came into his life. It's just been a year of incredible personal and professional highs for him. That is so heartwarming. Good things happening to good people. Okay, give me one more, a really fun one. How about a real estate fact that will make your jaw drop? Hit me. The legendary actor Jitendra once bought a bungalow on Pali Hill from another actor, Bharat Bhushan, for 4.25 lakh rupees. Okay, which was a lot of money back then, I'm sure. It was. But here's the kicker. That same plot of land today is worth an estimated 450 crore rupees.
Stop it. 4.25 lakhs to 450 crores? That's not an investment. That's winning the lottery 100 times over.
And get this, he said he thought the bungalow was unlucky, so he demolished it, but he sold the Burma teak wood from the structure and made 11.5 lakh rupees just from the wood alone. He more than doubled his initial investment just on the scrap wood.
That is the most incredible Mumbai real estate story I have ever heard. He's not just a legendary actor, he's a real estate genius.
It's unbelievable, and a perfect place to wrap up our whirlwind tour of Bollywood news for the day. From box office battles and franchise news to serious discussions and jaw-dropping real estate facts. We really covered it all. A little bit of everything from the entertainment world. Headlines se heartbeats tak. You've been listening to Bollywood Deep Dive from IndiaReview.com. Come back tomorrow. Namaste.